goes to another video review, and today we have the opportunity to take a look at the new Transformer Legacy Autobot Minerva. For the contents, this is what we get inside the packaging. We get the instruction manual, which is standard, and then inside the tissue paper we received 2 guns. Now I just want to come out and say this out front, guys. I did not get this from Walgreens.com. It is not available for purchase yet as I am recording this video. I received mine through HasbroPulse.com. So here we are taking a closer look at Autobot Minerva, and I'm hoping that the details are coming across very well on this video, but just bear with me. I'm just going to adjust the light slightly. Hopefully this allows you to see the details that they did put into the figure and the details in the mold. So here we are taking a look at Minerva, and I just want to say I like the way the head turned out. It has multiple colors. It's of a 4 color palette scheme with the orange, the red, the black antennae, and the white all over the helmet, top of the helmet, and the crest in the back or whatever. But then additionally, they gave her the blue eyes. So the head sculpt looks terrific. While looking at the rest of the robot mode, it's pretty much red, gray, and white plastic. There is some painted details in her crotch region, which is pretty good. And the rest of it, as you'll see in in the alt mode, that it does have some painted details on the vehicle. But other than that, she looks great. And here we go. We're going to pop up a picture of, as best as I can find, of the Transformers G1 cartoon Minerva. So here we have her right there, and I can see the similarities in this updated version of her character. So yes, I just want to give you a heads up that I did not follow the Transformer Victory series as a child, and I really don't know much as it is right now. I thought the figure looked really cool, so I went ahead and purchased it. So forgive me because I don't know a lot of knowledge on her, but I do like what we received from this figure from Hasbro. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the articulation out the way for this figure. So let's start with her legs. Her leg can go up this high. It can bend 90. The foot is on a little rocker hinge that rocks from the inside all the way out to the outside, and that's because of transformation. So with that being said, there is no thigh swivel right here. It just goes that far. There is a waist swivel, as you can see. There is a elbow bend, a little more than 90 degrees, which is very cool. The wrist does rotate. Not only that, the forearm rotates, and the shoulder does rotate a full 360. You just have to move this out the way to do that. And then for the head is on a ball joint, but it is limited for some reason where the figure can't really look up and not really down that much at all. So other than that, it pretty much has the standard articulation that you would get for other deluxe size characters and figures. So let's get these comparisons out the way, and I went ahead and already had Elita 1 here with Autobot Minerva. As you can see, one figure was the original release, which is Elita, and then the second release of this mold is now Autobot Minerva. With that being said, there are a couple things on each figure that are different, but mainly the same, but just remolded in a different deco. The first thing that you could definitely notice is the difference in head sculpts. The head sculpt on Minerva is completely different from Elita 1, as you can see. And also the paint deco on Minerva is different from Elita 1. Yes, they may share the similar molding, but the only additional thing that makes Minerva different from Elita 1 is the fact that she has the light bar on the back. Other than that, they're pretty much the same figure, but just do with different head sculpts. So I'm going to go ahead and leave Elita 1 out here and bring in some other figures for some size comparisons. So here we have the Point Blank figure that I just recently reviewed. And here we have a Target Master from the Battle Masters from Siege. And here we have a Core Class figure from Legacy Wave 3. And then here we have a surprise figure, which the review should be coming out after this. We have Inferno, Voyager size figure. And now we have a leader class figure of Laser G2 Optimus Prime. So as you see, Minerva scales well with the other figures in this line. And definitely, she's not a big deluxe class figure, but she's on, like, I would say the smaller end, but not as small as Bumblebee. So she's more like that Mirage and Prowl size, while Point Blank, I feel, is like on that Ironhide and Ratchet size. So before I get to transformation, I just want to show you another display option that you can do. To me, it kind of looks better, and it makes this backpack less of it being, I guess, I don't know what you call it, but to me, it just, I don't know. I know this is her actual G1 character's look, but as you see right here, I am compressing this part down, and it, to me, makes the figure look so much better like this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I think that looks so much better in my opinion, even though she's supposed to have those big shoulder pads above her shoulders. So now it's time for transformation. Now that I have Autobot Minerva in vehicle mode, I must say that this vehicle looks nice, but does have some flaws. So I'm just trying to show you that the front wheels roll, but not very well. I tried to get rid of the gappage right here, but the issue is, I don't know if you can see it, the chest is low as the wheels. So the chest is going to scrape. So the best solution I can think of is just pulling the front bumper out some so it would give the wheels enough clearance so that it can roll properly. But yes, it does look a little ugly, as you see, with the hood separating from the front, I guess, fenders of the vehicle. And not only that, this right here kind of sucks because I tried rotating her head off camera outside of the transformation sequence. It's a no-go. And the reason why is because those black antennae and the red and also her chin, if you force it, there is a hinge back there. It will scrape or break the plastic on Minerva's face. So I do not recommend you doing that. Unfortunately, she is a robot head looking underneath of the vehicle. So there's nothing I can do about that. But like I said, with the front fenders pushed down a little further, yes, it seems like it separates the hood right here, but it rolls better and it has better functioning as a Autobot vehicle, and it rolls without being scraping the chest torso of the robot. So for comparisons, here I'm going to go ahead and put out Elita 1 just so you can see that they are practically the same mold, same accessories. They do come with different top of the hood ornaments, as you see right here, just different colors. Now take a look at this. Now hopefully you can see it good. Move my hands out the way. As you see right here, Elita 1, the hood seems like it closes properly and it's not as big of a gap as it is with Minerva. So that's why I think Minerva is the second mold or release of this versus Elita 1 being the initial release for this figure and this molding. So, but like I said, they do look good together. They're pretty much the same vehicle. Just subtle differences, just paint it differently, as you can see. So here we go for more alt mode comparisons. Here we have Blue Streak from the Buzzworthy, and then here we have a older figure. We have the Titans Return, Legends class, Wind Charger, and then just for a final comparison of an older figure, I'm just going to put this in the back because I know it's bigger. Here we have the Titans Return Broadside. And let's see if we can bring it in picture. So yeah, here we go. So these are just different scale figures I have right here, scaled up with Autobot Minerva. So when it comes to the scale of Voyager size, older figures, it kind of scales well. But like I said, with this being a ship, of course, I feel like Minerva should be much smaller, of course, because you have aircraft that are normally with the ship or whatever. But like I said, they look good together as a whole. The plastic definitely feels lighter quality as it was in the past. This definitely feels a lot hollow compared to the older figures, at least the Titans Return series, at least the weight-wise. But all in all, this is a solid figure. So now it's time for the Yeah Bro figure rating review system, and I'll keep it brief, short, and quick. The first category on the Yeah Bro rating system is the paint job. And the paint job on this figure is pretty accurate and reminiscent of an updated G1 figure of the Transformers Autobot Minerva. Yes, it has good details in alt mode to recognize her vehicle and also in robot mode. The details on the head sculpt were kind of clean and crisp, didn't have really any paint bleeding or flaws that I could see on my copy. The paint on the figure matches well with the molded plastic that was used for the figure. So with that all being said, this category gets the check mark, which is very good quality in the paint details for this figure. So the next category in the Yeah Bro rating system is the molding. And the molding on this figure is a straight remold with repainted details to create the Autobot Minerva. And the reason why I say it is a straight remold because it is exactly the same as Elita 1 except just painted in a different paint deco. Now the only part on this figure that is brand new is the head sculpt. So I guess Hasbro had in their mind this figure to re-release the same mold and get, you know, more money from this mold. Now, I'm not going to say the mold is significantly bad as a whole because I like the way it was done with Elita 1. And I think Elita 1 is the original figure for this mold, I'm assuming, because all the joints on my Elita 1 figure are definitely tighter than what I'm getting with the Minerva figure. Now, the Minerva figure is not bad, but it's not great by any means either. It's like in the middle. Like the arms are a little looser than I want. The legs are definitely looser than what I want. And the feet, of course, you know, because it's on that friction peg, they're either closed or out. Like it's not really a good in between. And the molding on it, like I said, the car mode, you really have to play with it and keep playing with it to get everything aligned. I know the hood is supposed to be somewhat up like a doom buggy in my opinion, but just playing with that, there's a little gappage there. And then, you know, tinkering with the arms, trying to get everything to connect and just seal properly. So the molding on this figure, I'm just going to say it's okay. It's not great. It's not horrible. Because we have already seen the Elita 1, so we know what we have to expect with this figure. So the last category in the Yeah Bro rating is going to be the execution and the playability. Now, I will say the execution of the character is terrific. It definitely looks like Minerva. But the playability feature somewhat hinders on the execution on this mold. Now with this mold, because it has those front rear end fenders where the wheels are and the bumper, it has to compress into the front grille of the car, which also causes issues with the figure being able to roll in alt mode. So that's actually a little bummer that you have to play and fidget with that. And not only that, with this being a transformer, being able to convert it from Autobot to also vehicle is pretty cool. So the playability on this figure, I mean, it's not great and it's not bad, but it's okay. So it's going to get another okay for me, guys. So as stated many times earlier throughout this review, that this figure came from HasbroPulse.com. And yes, it is a Walgreens exclusive. The link will be provided below for both websites. If you're interested in picking up this figure, please be aware this is just my opinions on this figure. I end up paying $22.99 plus taxes on Hasbro Pulse, but I kind of remember it being like $24 and some change. Anyway, if it drops on Walgreens.com as we speak, they're currently having a sale for this figure for the $18 and like 97 or 72 cents, something like that. Don't quote me on it, but the link is posted below. Keep an eye on it because it should come out very shortly. So if you're interested in picking it up, definitely check out one of those two websites. In conclusion, as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support and also positive feedback. I also want to say thank you for spending your time watching my video because I know your time is precious and you would like to see a quality review and opinion on this figure. Until next time, yeah bro, I'll see you soon.